poppin' B? Purpock here, and welcome back to another episode of Race the Ramen, the show where I attempt to review something unscripted in the amount of time it takes to boil an instant ramen. And today we'll be taking a look at Grand Theft Hamlet, streaming now on Mubi. Alright, we're going to start the timer right now. Okay, so Grand Theft Hamlet. This will be a short one because this movie's pretty simple to explain, despite how strange it is. Grand Theft Hamlet is a sort of retelling of the Shakespeare play Hamlet, but also not, through the lens of Grand Theft Auto 5. This is quite literally a movie, a sort of fusion between comedy reenactment and documentary that tells the story of a group of people who, during the COVID pandemic a few years ago, attempted to host a production of William Shakespeare's Hamlet inside of Grand Theft Auto Online, and despite it all, succeeded. And yeah, it's a combination of like what really happened and like reenactments of what happened, but the entire film takes place inside of Grand Theft Auto 5's GTA Online expansion. So the whole thing is like crappy microphones and just like the avatars with people's voices coming out of them. The two main, one of the main characters is one of the directors, and the other director is like his partner, and that's kind of part of the story itself. It's an interesting mix, but what's the most interesting is that the whole thing is just what it is. I've been waiting for this kind of COVID pandemic filmmaking to shake loose. Like, we've had movies that were clearly made during the pandemic and maybe suffered for it because, you know, we were stuck inside and had our limitations and all that. But I've been waiting for like a piece of art from this time to come free that was like really indicative of just, we are stuck, we are desperate to make art, please let us make something. And that is this. Grand Theft Hamlet is like a great example of you cannot stop the human spirit. You cannot stop our endeavor to create. Because these are like miserable, out of work actors going through like existential crises in their 40s. And then they did Shakespeare inside of a video game, and it seemingly changed their lives for the better. This movie's really funny and surprisingly well acted, considering you're dealing with, you know, canned animations from a video game and like people talking over their crappy Xbox Live mics or whatever the fuck. But there's a definite like raw, unfiltered humanity to it because it's just kind of people sitting in their homes. A lot of it is obviously scripted, and that kind of messes with the tone sometimes. But you can tell that these are real people, and it's clearly based on, you know, real things that happened. There's sort of a pacing problem with that. For such a short movie, there are times where I was wondering, all right, where is this going? But overall, I found this to be like an insightful, enjoyable, like funny, bizarre experience. Hopefully that gives you a decent impression of what I think of the movie. I am just honestly happy to see this kind of artistic endeavor see the light of day. And the fact that this was distributed by Mubi is insane. When I saw that, I was like, this has to be a joke. This was playing in movie theaters. I'm like, this has to be like a giant troll. No, it's a real movie. And may I say, a perfectly legitimate, enjoyable movie. Is it a great adaptation of Hamlet? It's debatable. Most of it's not really a straight adaptation of Hamlet. It's more the story of the adaptation and the people who did it and why and how they did it, which is, you know, more interesting really than just watching Hamlet and Grand Theft Auto. But yeah, it's an interesting and unique little work of art. And if Shakespeare were around today, I honestly think he'd approve of this. This is a very for the people Shakespeare's production. Parteb, we will get you that Oscar. But anyways, yeah, if I had the chance to see this in movie theaters in my area, I would have done it, because I don't think I'd ever forget the experience of watching something like this on a big screen. I give Grand Theft Hamlet a 7 out of 10. For what it is, it's really cool and interesting. It's not perfect. I don't think it's amazing. But the Grand Theft Auto thing is more than just a shallow gimmick like it may seem on the surface. It adds a surprising amount of like thematic depth to this, as weird as that sounds. It also makes it a lot funnier, and there's some intriguing just like cinematography and shots for what that's worth. Finding good like venues and intriguing, thought-provoking things lurking in the gigantic world of Grand Theft Auto. It's a testament to the game designers and the world designers and those animators, all that stuff. It's an intriguing little slice of the human experience through the lens of shitty microphones and jacking cars and the Bard. So I'd check it out if you're interested. Grand Theft Hamlet is really cool. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go back to finishing my best movies of 2024 list, while also looking out for the few good movies that have come out this year so far. Slim pickings, mostly. But I don't have to worry about that too much, because I'm going to go watch Ninja 2 again. Because that shit's peak.